Hello everyone and welcome to a royal reading. There have been some curious goings on, and if you see a weird light in the corner of your screen, that is sunlight. I have all the curtains closed. It is very, very hot here today in the Western Cape, almost 40 degrees Celsius today. It's starting to go down, the sun's starting to go down, and it's now in the low 30s, but it's been a hard day. It's hard for the brain to function in weather like this, but I am going to try and put out 2 readings today because, as I said, there have been some curious goings on in the past week or so since Princess Eugenie went to America. And the first reading that I'm going to be doing using the Tarot of Curious Creatures seems very appropriate for these readings today. There it is, Tarot of Curious Creatures. First reading I'm going to be doing is on one particularly curious creature who's popped up again, Markus Anderson. He's been missing in action for a very long time. I did a reading a long time ago on him. I think it was reading 174 on Markus Anderson, International Man of Mystery. What was he up to? And it did look very much as if he decided to lay low, as far as I can recall. It's a long time ago, hard to remember the exact details of all the readings I'm doing, but that he seemed to be laying low, trying to stay out of the limelight, not very comfortable with the way things were going with Harry and Meghan. But there he was, large as life, in a photo that Princess Eugenie released to Hello magazine. She is over in America on business, but she's also recording podcasts for her anti-slavery charity. And it seems to me that Markus Anderson has got something to do with this, because that photo was released because of the podcast that she is busy recording. I know a lot of you think, well, at least some of you, not a lot of you, think that Markus Anderson was at that dinner with Harry and Meghan in Santa Barbara. It wasn't Jack Brooksbank, it was actually Markus Anderson. I'm not convinced of that. Looked to me as if it really was Jack. It looked as if it was his profile from the back, his silhouette. But anyway, Markus Anderson has popped up. You were asking me to read on it, some of you, and he's popped up literally in the flesh. It's unmistakable. There he is in the mirror. It's a very interesting photograph. Why now is what I want to know. Why has he popped up now? Is it a message? Are they sending a message to someone? I want to look into his relationship with Princess Eugenie. They seem to have known each other a very long time. They seem to have collaborated on setting Meghan and Harry up at Soho House, allegedly. Disclaimer down in the box below, tarot reading all for entertainment purposes, all my opinion. Let's see, 5-card reading using the Tarot of Curious Creatures. We're looking at Princess Eugenie and Markus Anderson. And the underlying energy of this reading, the 6th card that I draw from the bottom of the deck, that will colour all the other cards, is the 5 of Cups in reverse. A lot of sorrow, a lot of regret, a lot of unhappiness around this relationship, a lot of regret. Can it be that Princess Eugenie and Markus Anderson actually regret setting Meghan up with Prince Harry? What a shock if that is the case. That it is a relationship that hasn't brought either of them any success, any joy, any of the things that they were hoping it would. Very interesting card to come out there, the 5 of Cups in reverse, trying to get over sorrow, trying to get over regret, or stuck very deeply in that energy of sorrow and regret. It's not a happy energy, and very, very odd photo. It was disturbing in the way it was shot and the way it was composed in whatever message it was trying to convey. If you haven't seen it, it's in Hello magazine. Go and look for it. And so let's see the heart of this reading. What is going on between them? And we get the 6 of Swords in reverse. 6 of Swords is the journey card, international travel, moving on from your difficulties. The tortoise and the hare in this card, but it's normally a little boat going across stormy seas, leaving stormy seas behind, people being ferried across to a calmer situation, a safe haven. International travel, what's the word? As my brain melts. It's the card of international travel as well. And of course, Princess Eugenie has travelled abroad to meet with Marcus, to go to America, to see Harry and Meghan, to be seen with Harry and Meghan, with Harry at the Super Bowl, with Harry and Meghan at dinner, and now with Markus Anderson somewhere, perhaps a Soho house. I didn't bother to go and look to see where exactly that photo was taken. But it's international travel, but it's in reverse. And it is also something about being unable to get yourself out of a sticky situation, because when you've got the Six of Swords in the reverse, you are stuck. You are unable to move on from a situation that is a bit of a mess. So you've got two rather difficult cards. The two of them seem to want to get out of this mess, but possibly don't know how to. What an interesting dynamic there is around them. So let's see, what is this relationship about? What is the nature of it, the significance of this friendship, this long-standing friendship? The Empress. The Empress is a mother. It's the Queen of all queens. It's a very much a ruler card. And I think it's about Meghan. It could be about Princess Eugenie and her desire to be an empress, her desire to be very high status, very influential, very abundant, very powerful, very creative, all of those things that the empress represents. But I don't think so. I think it is literally about Meghan Markle. I think it is about installing Meghan Markle in that position of empress. On that very important position where, of course, there were two babies. We have no idea where those babies came from, how they were, what laboratory they were cooked up in, shall we say, allegedly. Let's put that one there again. But it's the mother card. It's it can be a wife. Very powerful female figure. It's the ultimate female figure in the tarot, the Empress. And it really does seem as if their relationship is all about putting Meghan Markle in that position of power. Can it be because they wanted to set up a rival royal faction based in California to undermine Charles, to undermine William, to undermine the branch of the family, the dominant side of the family that was really cutting the Yorks out? Can it be? There is talk, there is rumour that Markus Anderson is in fact an illegitimate child of Prince Andrew. And allegedly, let's say that, a rumour, unfounded rumour, unprovable, but it goes around. Prince Andrew was in Canada, where Markus Anderson was born. Prince Andrew was allegedly in Canada, in the city where Markus Anderson was born, to a single mum. So there is that rumour. Perhaps he and Princess Eugenie are half siblings. Perhaps it's acknowledged behind closed doors. Perhaps everybody knows. And this is an interesting card. This is an interesting reading. There's lots of threads underneath it. There's lots of energies underneath it that are quite sinister, hard to pin down, hard to explain. But there is something going on. And so what are they up to now? What are the two of them cooking up right now? Nine of Cups. Something. I almost want to say another baby. With the Nine of Cups, another pregnancy. We've got the Mother card sitting right next to this Nine of Cups. But it's just about wishes and dreams coming true, the Nine of Cups. They are up to something. They are up to something that they both will benefit from. And I don't think it's the anti-slavery collective or whatever it is that they call it. I think that is a cover, just my personal opinion, a cover for something that is going to benefit the two of them. It's the greedy card, the Nine of Cups, the indulgent card, a little bit of narcissism. It's what you want, what you will consume, over-consume, very self-satisfied, very smug energy, whatever it is that they are up to. They're very pleased with themselves, very smug, very smug energy. They're up to something. Cards aren't coming out in reverse here. Their own unhappiness is coming out here with the Five of Cups and the Six of Swords both in reverse. They're unhappy about something. Something hasn't worked out for them that they were hoping would work out, but they're still at it somehow with this Nine of Cups. They're still trying behind the scenes to maneuver themselves into a situation, a winning situation with this Empress, Meghan Markle, or, in my opinion, or for entertainment purposes. hidden energy in this reading here. This is the what we see, this is what we don't see, and what we don't see and what we don't know why was this photo released, very obviously with him in it. He who has stayed out of sight for a very long time. Why now? What message? What is going on with this photo? Who are they trying to influence? King of Wands in reverse. Why now, King of Wands in reverse? What is this message from this photo? That they are threatening a King of Wands? Could it be William that they are threatening? There isn't a royal family member who is a fire sign that springs to mind. Certainly not Prince Andrew, Prince Charles, Prince William, all water sign men. Prince Harry is, of course, earth sign. He doesn't really come up as the King of Wands very often. If it's not William, maybe it's Prince Harry. Maybe this is a message to Prince Harry, because he has come up as the King of Wands sometimes in my readings of late, trying to be an influencer, trying to be a leader, trying to be courageous, trying to be a bit of a showman in celebrity sphere. Markus Anderson, apparently very influential in Hollywood parties, knows all the right people, can connect you with all the right people. Eugenie, I think, wants to be connected with all the right people with her 9 of Cups. She's definitely ambitious. She definitely wants all the good things in life. That's been one of the complaints about her in particular, all the holidays, all the jaunts. Princess Beatrice too for a long time, but Beatrice is living a quiet life now. Eugenie still seems to be out and about, even though she's a new mum. King of Wands in reverse. Is this a message to Prince Harry? We've got your secrets. We know everything about you. We know how you're struggling. We know how badly things are going. We maybe have footage of you doing things you don't want out there. We've got you. We've got you where we want you. I don't think that they have that power over Prince William. I think that this is Prince Harry. Interested to hear your comments. I do try and dip in and see them when I have time. And is this a message to Prince Harry? Be careful. We made you. We can break you. Let's see the outcome of this little tete-a-tete with Eugenie and Markus Anderson in California. The 10 of Swords in reverse. A nightmare, a ruin for someone. Ruin for someone. Ruin for someone. Who? Is it the King of Wands that is out to be ruined? Why would Eugenie want to ruin her cousin, her dear cousin? What on earth is going on? I can't give you a good answer. This figure is the answer to it all, I think, key to it all. 10 of Swords in reverse is somebody ruined, but somebody ruined beyond redemption, ruined or trying to recover from ruin. Her, something about Harry and Meghan, that these two know, these two are some game that they are playing, some agenda that they have where they want something for themselves. It's not about money. It's more about influence. It's more about the stuff that makes them happy. The good stuff, the good things in life that makes them happy. She's there. She's sitting in the middle of all of this, dominant. And it looks like Harry is the one who is in trouble here. But it also looks as if there is trouble around Princess Eugenie and around Markus Anderson that they didn't expect, they didn't foresee, and that they can't get out of. I don't think that they are trying to rescue Prince Harry from this situation. I do think it was a message, and quite a chilling message in this reading. I don't get a good vibe from this reading. It's one of the very few readings I've done where I really feel that there is a veil over what is going on that I'm struggling to see through. And that is where I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave it. I will upload this reading, mysterious as it is. Maybe some of you will be able to see more clearly than I can what is going on. And so there it is. That's the first reading. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.